Okay, so today is just going to be a quick tip on catch and shoot jump shots. And this whole thing comes back to the idea of getting under the ball sooner. So the more we can think about what our hands are doing on the catch, the easier it's going to be to actually get underneath this basketball. And the moment it begins to move, the power that you're creating is actually serving in contribution to where the ball wants to go. So one of the biggest mistakes that I see, it's not even a mistake, but it's maybe something that's maybe a little less than optimal on catch and shoot shots, is when the ball comes to us, we catch, and our first motion is this almost tension in our hands this way, right? So before that ball even moves, we almost tense up our hands here, and then we end up almost pulling the ball to that two position or to that set point for our release, which even if it's not exactly a pull where we're going backwards, we've still created a bunch of tension down as our initial point of power before we have to bring it up. And that makes getting under the ball harder, right? So it's a super nuanced little detail, but it's one of those things that's easier off the dribble, harder off the catch because you have to be super aware of it. But instead of catching that ball and your first thought is, tensing up or gripping that ball hard, instead think about how you're catching the ball and then sitting into the shot so that the first movement is getting underneath the basketball. And what that may take is you setting that level just a little bit lower, right? We can't be straight up and down because it's going to be very hard for us to get under the ball that way. But if we can think about hands on the ball, right? We make that drop or 1-2, however you want to look at it. I'll show a couple examples. But if we can get under, and my motion is now getting under the ball this way, now that power that I start to create, again, serves in contribution to where the ball is ultimately going to go. Super small detail, but something that can be really, really big, and you starting to find that same flow off of a catch and shoot that a lot of us have no problem finding off of the dribble.